Ein großes Abenteuer liegt vor mir. Ich werde Papas Mörder hängen sehen.
Guten Gewissens dürften Sie sich nicht darauf berufen. Sie haben mich angeschossen.
Mr. LaBeef hat ganz recht, Marshall. Seinen Gegner im Wettstreit anzuschießen, verschafft einem einen unfairen Vorteil.
Verdammt nochmal, für mich ist es nicht bewiesen, dass ich LaBeef angeschossen habe. Wir haben eine Menge Flinten geschossen.
Ich habe Ihr Gewehr gehört und dann die Kugel gespürt. Sie haben daneben geschossen. Geben Sie es zu,
Ich daneben
Cogburn.
geschossen?
Mit Ihrem einen Auge sind Sie viel mehr behindert, als ich mit einem Arm bin.
Ich treffe ein Schnakenauge aus 90 Yards. Der Chinese hat mir wieder die billigen Kugeln angedreht.
Dachte schon, Sie sagen, die Sonne schien in Ihre Augen. Oder sollte ich sagen, in Ihr Auge?
I will give you $10 for him.
From the money you stole from me?
I was not stolen. I'm out for your man.
I was to accompany you. If I do not, there is no agreement and my money was stolen.
Marshal, put this child back on the ferry. We have a long road and time is a wasting. Hoorah, my little girl.
Cut. Good. Cut. It'll be the biggest mistake you ever made, you Texas breast popper.
Ideally, each film is its own world. Joel and Ethan, they're very specific about location and period and the way people speak, the way they dress, and I want the music to be specific in the same way. For True Grit, the book is all written from Mattie Ross's voice, and it's filled with church language.
Und ob ich schon wanderte im finsteren Tal, fürchte ich kein Unglück.
My idea was that church music would help remind you why she's doing this. That this misplaced sense of righteousness and desire for justice is based in her church learning. And Ethan said that he had exactly the same idea. The reference for him was this hymn, Leaning on the Everlasting Arms. While they were shooting, I spent the summer going through hymn books and playing lots of stuff. I found 4 or 5 things I thought were interesting. But still, I think in the end, you know, once they had Leaning on the Everlasting Arms in their mind, it was very hard to dislodge it. So that became the opening and closing music of the movie. We sort of go through a series of hymns at the beginning of the film when Mattie is trying to develop her plan to pursue her father's murderer. But as Mattie goes into the wilderness, she ends up in a dark place, and the hymns kind of get left behind.
Du bist die kleine Mattie, die Buchhalterin. Ja, was sagt man dazu?
Ja, und ich kenne Sie, Tom Chaney.
Chaney is merciless and a dangerous man, but he's dangerous because he's dumb. So the music really just plays him as an unreasoning, unthinking force. So his theme is really just like percussion and something that pushes. When we finally go to record, and I'm suddenly surrounded by 80 people, I love the opportunity to learn from the musicians. Take the scene with snakes. If I had to say, okay, I need a sound from the woodwinds, it would be like snakes. What have you got? You know, what can you suggest?
Mr. LaBeef! Oh, Mr. LaBeef! Mr. LaBeef!
At one point, yeah, we take the basses and pitch them way down to the lowest possible sound they can make, you know, detune the instruments. Those are just my favorite experiences. But I usually say what the role of music is in a film. It's to tell you something you wouldn't know otherwise. In True Grit, it's the religiosity of Mattie and her determination. And finally, Rooster Cogburn and Mattie's relationship.
Tell 'em that God's gonna cut you down.